So let's have a look. So yeah, so the what I was kind of briefly describing earlier is you have to evaluate where you best have the ability to impact. Now, in this game, obviously Kassadin and Vlad, they both have no CC. So these
Yeah.
lanes are kind of completely off limits. You can't really go to these lanes because, like, unless they're like hard
Super
pushing
push
on the
back. Yeah.
tower, like it just nothing's really going to come out of it. So what you're doing then is you're isolating the side lanes. So it's like you determine it based on these. So if you hard win the 2v2, now, like the 2v2 here, Rengar can do quite a lot to you, even though you do have the ignite. But like if the Mordekaiser and the Rengar both jump on you straight away, you're gonna get squashed like super quick. So it's not really too good here. Like you could win this 2v2 if they misplay it, or if you guys just play it perfectly, but it's still a bit risky. Whereas the next one you want to look for is this 3v3. So Kaiser Nautilus is a very, very strong bot lane.
Yeah.
It's one of the strong skirmishing duos, and they both want to go in, so they both want to jump on them and do a lot of damage. Now, obviously, Ezreal is a little bit rough, but Kai'Sa is a direct counter to Ezreal. It's one of the hardest counters into Ezreal, and Nautilus can also counter the Senna very hard because she's very squishy and he can lollipop or just grab her with hook. So this
Yeah.
is very, very high chance for success, whereas this not so much. So you just want to isolate those. Now the best one to usually play through though is the mid jungle 2v2. So let's say for example you had something like a Malzahar mid instead of Kassadin. What you do
Yeah.
is a level 6 you'd hard camp mid, because if you kill mid you get access to the rest of the map. You get access to the jungle easier. If you drop mid tier 1 you get more access into the jungle, and then once you have that tower gone you can start kind of really sort of punishing the enemy jungler by taking away their camps and stuff like that. So it's super, super beneficial. So yeah, that mid jungle 2v2 is the one that you really want to go for most of the time. But
Yeah.
it has to be available to you. You can't just force it. Well, you can't just force any lanes. So this was good. Early level 1. Vladimir just didn't bother flashing, which was actually good on his part. Casting got first blood. So, by the way, instead of doing this every time, turn it off, you can just go in your settings and just turn it off that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah, so here, so one of the things that you want to be doing is, especially in these elos, so this is like plat 2, which you are getting close to diamond, but the problem is you want to be basically increasing your chances of being able to carry as much as possible. So in order to do that, you need to get as much gold in you as you can, and that's how you're going to carry these games. Now, one of the things that you want to be doing with Talon is you want to clear these first camps away. So, do you know how jungle camps respawn? Like, do you know the fundamentals behind them?
Um, yeah. I mean, you kill them, they level up, and um,
So,
yeah,
what?
on the timer,
When do they
there's
level up
no normal.
specifically, though?
I know with Raptors, if you leave one of them behind,
By the way,
like
your mic has gone crazy.
1 second.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So I know with Raptors, if you're able to leave one behind, it stays the same level. So until the camp is fully cleared, that's about my knowledge.
Okay.
That's about all of it.
So, what happens with camps is when they respawn, that's when they get their new level.
Right.
So they permanently stay the same level until they die. Now, one of the things when you're playing something like Talon is you want level 6 as soon as possible because it gives you so much assassination potential. So what you
Definitely.
actually want to be doing is you want to clear everything, like every single camp, specifically your AoE camps, because by clearing those, you actually end up with a ridiculous amount more XP. Because what happens is the camps respawn based on the average level of the game. So they'll respawn
Right.
at an average level, and then you can, clear them. What ends up happening otherwise is for every one level we are behind a camp, we lose 10% XP. Oh, sorry, one level we are above a camp, should I say. We lose 10% XP.
All
So
right.
if, say, for example, we are level 5 and the camp is level 4, we're going to lose 10% XP. And then it's the same. 2, it's 20%. 3, obviously 30%. 4 is 40%. And then it actually caps out at 5 for 50%. So if you are 5 levels above the camp, you're going to lose half of the XP from it. So this is why
Yeah.
when you're playing things like Talon, you just want to clear these camps out as quick as possible so that you can get them respawning. Then you can get another rotation off of them, and you just go from there, really. So you never really want to leave camps when you're playing a champion that really likes farming.
Yeah, the
Because,
level 6.
yeah,
Definitely.
level 6 is very, very good. So here,
W second,
yeah,
we said.
yeah, so 2 points in W because you don't really need E. It
All
doesn't
right.
provide you anything, whereas W will give you more damage. It costs more mana, but that doesn't really matter because we have blue buff.
Is it always full clear?
Yeah, just full clear. Because otherwise, like I said, your Krugs are going to be rough. And, I mean,
Yeah.
if, like, for example, we're on Chicken Camp and the Vladimir is, like, 10 HP pushing the tower, obviously we can jump over, kill him quick, and give away a little bit of our tempo, but it doesn't matter because we get so much gold. But, yeah. So here, the problem is because we took E, our clear's slower,
Yeah.
and also we are very, very low. So we can't really take these, but bot is overextended massively, so this is where there's no point going for these because we'll be too low, whereas bot lane is some easy kills.
Excuse me, can we stop for a second? I'm getting a call.
Yeah, of course.
1 second.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, I'm back.
Awesome. Right, so this is fine. We managed to get to 1K. Okay, so this is a little bit off. So first thing, obviously we're on locked cam, which is really bad because we're struggling to see Ezreal. When we're against something like Ezreal, being on unlocked cam is super important because we need to be able to see where he is because he's so long range. Now, the thing here is we had to just play this way slower. So we don't really
Wait
want
for
to.
not to this,
Yeah.
like it's here.
Yep.
Alright.
So not just that, wait for your cooldowns as well. So right here, is Ezreal ever going to escape this alcove with his life if we don't walk into it? Is he going to be
Yeah,
able to just
probably not.
go like this? No, he can't, yeah. So what we do instead is we wait for our cooldowns, and then when our cooldowns are up, then we jump on him and burst him again. So we have to make sure that we play this slow, and if we do, then we get so much out of it.
Alright, yeah.
Because now Nautilus gets in, and, it's already kind of too late now. Whereas we could have used his CC. But it's, it's okay. So this was actually a really big mistake though. So
Yeah, I needed to go towards not to.
yeah, so Nautilus was running towards us, and it would have been good. That ward comes down. It's whatever though. This is fine. So if we just stay in this area, even if we just stay here, the Rengar's going to come and start doing damage, and then Nautilus is going to come up and be able to just grab him in this area. So this is where you want to be at this point, so the Nautilus gets to you. Jumping over this wall just makes it so that Nautilus has to run further, because what Nautilus can also do is he has... if you have ever seen Nautilus's Q, it's got like a really thick line, like this, which will hit anything. So minions, like walls, anything like that. And then it has the anchor and then from the anchor, there's two thinner lines that go down, like parallel to this. I just can't draw. If he hits a champion on one of these lines, it will still lock onto them. It'll still hit. So even if he misses it in the center, what he could do is he could throw it like this, and it will go through past the wall because it won't hit this central bit. But then this bit will hit the Rengar here, and he'll still pull to him.
All right.
So it's very, very strong. Let's see here now. It's kind of a case of he couldn't get to you, and now Rengar manages to flash away, and then we die. Yeah. They do kill them both, obviously, but we could have played this better so that we could have got multiple kills. Wow, look at that. You're dead with 92 HP. How crazy. I'm joking. It was a triumph, by the way.
Yeah.
So, here again, just full clear. Like, we clear so quick that it's fine to just full clear here. And then... So here, yeah, like, the problem is, like, even though we can potentially solo Rengar, we're not solo because bot lane have reset, right? So, we can't really go for that.
I go towards his top side, I think.
Yeah.
Like, into his jungle.
Which is good because Volley's got Giga prior.
Yeah, he was 5-0 at the start. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, crazy. So...
I steal away his red.
What's that, sorry?
I steal away his red.
Yeah.
Okay, I get my red smite.
Okay. So now we got his red, which, you know, this is fine, and now we can just full clear.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're not looking to fight. So this was one of the issues. So it's okay to sometimes greed for this much gold, especially when, you know, like the Rengar, he's not going for objectives.
I probably should have based.
Yeah, no, so it's not too bad, but it's just in a little bit. So getting a full clear off is fine because we're never going to be in danger of full clearing, even if they invade into us. And it's going to maximize the amount of gold that we actually have, which is really, really good. The problem then, though, is that we went for a fight. Yeah. So this was fine. So we know that Rengar's Gromp is respawning. And we know that he's top right now. So here, to be honest, we could have... actually, no, leaving Krug's probably bad. But we can look to go and see if he's going to go to his Gromp. Now, he is probably going to path down to his Gromp straight after he dies. So what would have been best here is if we just kill these medium ones off and then just go for his Gromp. Because his Gromp is worth a lot. So instead of killing these, we just go. And then we might be able to get to his Gromp beforehand. Yeah. So now he's already here, obviously. So it's kind of a little bit rough. But we get these, which is like, okay, fine. But then we kind of turn back for the pink ward, you know? Like, instead we should have just run up here. Because we don't see their bot lane. Even though they should be farming this lane, they don't. So we should just run up here, hop this wall, and then just run off this way.
Yeah. Alright.
Just because Vladimir's not going to do anything, is he? Like, he did actually manage to get an E blind onto you. So yeah, so this is the next thing. With your build, Yumu's gives you so much. Like, so much value. It's unreal. Because not only do you get a cheap lethality item, which is obviously really important. This item is 3,000 gold. So it's, you know, it's 100 less than Eclipse, which, you know, we get it on this base. But on top of that, you get a ton of movement speed out of combat. So you get 40 movement speed out of combat, which that alongside your boots, which should be your first 2 buys, gives you so much movement speed that you can just run around the map and just go for kills, like over and over and over. So we've got
Yeah,
you move there.
I think I should be prioritizing like running around the map when I have my humans. I
Yeah.
guess it's a lot of impact.
Yeah, and this is the thing. So one of the reasons why I don't believe these bruiser builds are good anymore is because Riot literally gave everybody stats so that, like, so assassins will still one shot, right? But what was happening before is assassins like Talon, Kiana, stuff like that, they were doing like 150% of people's HP. And this was with like bruiser items, right? So you were getting like Kiana's taking oh, my mind's gone blank.
The
Gore Drinker, and
yeah, I
one-shotting
remember.
people. So it's like now you can't really go into those bruiser items and still expect to one-shot people. But instead, what you want to be doing is just focus on getting those assassin items and just assassinating people. Like when you're playing things like Talon, your goal in the game is to get in, kill someone, and then get out safely. And then you can wait for your cooldowns, and then you can go again. You can force a fight where you have a numbers advantage, right? Now, I swear this bit got me. I
Oh,
swear, yeah,
no,
there's...
I don't have sweeper.
Oh,
It's
no,
not
it
the
was later, Yeah, you're
yeah.
right. So yeah, so and also you get your boots as well, which obviously magical boots give you 10 more movement speed than normal boots, which is very nice.
Yeah. I love magical boots with
Yeah,
like
I
the
like them.
cooldown.
I like them on champions that really want to get like items early, that don't want to like invest into boots, because it's like even if the enemy build level 1 boots, you're still faster than them. If they build level 2 boots, you're not as fast. You've got 10 less movement speed, but you've only got 10 less, not 20 less, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's actually really nice for that. Okay, so here, we get this pushed in, just because we want the plates, really.
Yep. And I go mid now.
Yep, so this is good. So unfortunately we didn't get the kills, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And then again, we're just like, okay, we'll clear.
On the clearing.
And now this is a huge spike, see? So because you've also got Yumu's for slightly cheaper, it means you've got Serrated Dirk for slightly cheaper. Not cheaper, but cheaper than Mythic, you know? And now
Yeah.
this is a huge spike because we already have a legendary item, which is giving us a ton of lethality, and then we have normal lethality too.
With the dark.
Yeah. Like the obviously the healing is nice, but early into the game, the raw damage is more important. So it's good. Obviously, just make sure that you're just watching. Like as you're hitting camps, you don't really need to look at them.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, so you don't really need to look at them. Like they don't actually, like you can just keep altering them. But just make sure that even if you're just looking down at the minimap and just seeing what's happening, because obviously this was a free kill that, like I had to tell you, like go get it, you know.
Yeah.
And then this was Rengar being a griefer. So here as well, like we don't need to stop. So here, one of the next things as well is in this position, what should you be thinking?
I have nothing up both sides, so I should have went like straight towards Ezreal, but yeah.
Yeah, so one of the things you want to be doing when you're playing an assassin, or when you're playing anyone actually, not just unique to assassins, is you want to be thinking, when I get this kill, what am I going to do after it? What advantage am I going to get after this? So in this situation, I mean, Dragon is available, great, but it's like, okay, kill him, and then Ezreal is already moving down, and Volibear is moving down on Ezreal. So in this situation, we should be thinking, okay, Rengar is 100% dead here. There's no way that he does not die here. So in that situation, we should be thinking, okay, we're gonna go for Ezreal straight away, and then you already know what you're doing straight after, right? So like here, then you can run up to Ezreal, you can jump this wall, get on him, and then
Yeah,
Volibear comes. You just kill them both super quick. Whereas
I
here we
don't
run
know what
into
I'm
bot.
doing
It's like
here.
yeah, exactly. It's like we just didn't have any kind of direction of what we wanted to do.
Yeah, you send a flashes here, and
This
it just bugged.
yeah, I think maybe it's because you weren't directly close to the wall and it's a thick wall, but you should still jump it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was probably because it was like very thick, and I
yeah,
just needed to do it straight.
yeah.
That's unfortunate. It's fine.
It's fine. We still get the dragon, which is good. We get his Gromp. Try and save burning the walls up like that though. Like in this situation, like this
Yeah,
wall and then the next one, there was no need to actually take them.
yeah.
Because now if somebody comes, we can't use them as an escape, you know.
Yeah, I think more towards the future.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's always
Selling
beneficial.
the pot as well. All right.
Yeah. So that's why I said you had it on base. Um. So yeah, because yeah, you need 2k, but you've already got potion, which you can just sell off, and then we would have got out of base quicker too.
Definitely, yeah.
Because waiting on like 30 gold is really bad. So we get this. It's okay to just insta clear that. Doesn't matter too much. Oh, it's here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a Krug.
Yeah, it looked like it was like looking this way, right?
I
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Maybe I'm going crazy. It's the COVID. COVID's driving me insane.
Yeah, you think it's not affecting you, but
Yeah, I
you
thought I
don't
had
know.
no symptoms, but maybe my brain is just unresponsive and I don't even realize.
Okay.
Okay, so this was who was this in Tingrenga?
I
Oh
think
yeah.
so.
Yeah, like what is this guy?
All right. After that,
Yeah.
oh, I go towards the fight.
Yeah, which was good
Uh,
because we managed to kill them all of it. It's okay, we get a huge wave too, and then again we get to clear.
I take his flash here.
Yeah, this was rough, but there was also a huge wave in mid though. So we could have, yeah, we could have just gone and cleared that wave, but we get his flash and
Yeah.
exhaust, which is good, especially considering he is huge.
Yeah.
So Rengar doing Rengar things.
Yep.
We get his blue though, and again here we can just clear. Focus on getting as much gold as possible.
Push another wave here.
Yeah.
Then I have two components, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you do, yeah. So here, like, it's okay to slightly greed as long as you don't take a fight. And you don't have an objective up that you need to be there for instantly. Like, this dragon, there's still 20 seconds on it on your Talon, so... And it's hex map, so you can get there easier. Going top here, though, was a big grief, though, because dragon is spawning, and you're very quick at taking it. Like, very quick at taking it. We would have been here for this fight as well to kill the Rengar straight away. Obviously, he does still die, but
I didn't want to use ult here, but
yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I could tell.
they don't take the dragon.
Yeah, they can't. It's too risky with you. So at this point, we are huge. We have Cyrildas, and again, cloth is very valuable at this stage because we don't want to get one shot by the Rengar, the Senna, the Ezreal.
Senna was really strong.
Yeah, even though her build is horrific, but
yeah, Divine Sunder is
yeah,
pretty good.
Sunder on Senna is.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, So here, if you'd have just saved all your abilities for Rengar,
Yeah, I
then you
would
would
have
have
just
one-shot
one-shot
Rengar,
it.
yeah. Because we even... Did we ignite him? Yeah, we even ignited him.
Yeah, I Red Smite ignite him.
Yeah.
And Kai'Sa still dies anyways.
So here, unfortunately, we get caught. The man just killed Senna, but...
It's not a good one for one.
Yeah. Support for jungle. Especially when you're so huge.
Honestly, I think I should have went like what was the item? Maw
More.
fourth.
Mm,
Yeah. The Mordekaiser and Vlad were huge. So
yeah, but before that, the Ezreal and well, the Rengar went too hard, but like
yeah, that
Ezreal Senna's gonna poke you so hard. Plus
maybe one component of it. I don't know.
the thing is as well though with Maud and Vladimir, like they don't just do a burst of damage and then leave.
Yeah?
Like it's sustained damage over time. So even though
Yeah.
the it does help, like it's, eh, I think Death Stance is better because you can kill off the squishies and heal off it, and then go for an extended fight with the APs.
Yeah,
Like
all
your,
right.
because your job as a Talon is to one shot the squishies. Like the Maud and the Vlad are gonna take a little bit of time to actually kill. But that's what you've got things like a Kai'Sa for and a Kassadin. But okay, so unfortunately Vladimir lives.
I died to Death Stance.
Yeah. So again, we burnt everything on the Vladimir. Or Kassadin. I wish this Kassadin would have just kept chasing.
He got ulted by Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had no anti-heal as well. That was
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Against the Vladimir, it's a bit rough.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
We have Ignite, but that's not really reliable. There we go. Another big shutdown now. Volley just griefing.
Completely running it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is good W usage. It's a shame because we were so huge this game.
Yeah, definitely. I jump into Rengar here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean it's hard though because we don't have information
Yeah,
because we're in the realm.
I mean, escape from Vlad, jump into
Yeah,
Rengar, that's pretty bad, yeah. And Kassadin misses his ult.
yeah. This is the thing. We needed so many items this game. Like QSS would have been nice as well, but
Can't have everything.
yeah. I think maybe what the play would have been is after Hex to build QSS. Ah, no, it's still banned. Nautilus,
I,
just
yeah, I
give
go
up.
for the. Yeah, yeah. He was spam FFing as well. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna happen. Like it's whatever.
Yeah, yeah, it's whatever. I don't mind.
My taskbar is so annoying at the bottom here.
And they
Okay.
go for it. I can't do anything here. I was in a bad spot. I should
Yeah.
have been like onto the side or
Yeah.
something.
That's the thing with Talon. You kind of have to flank.
Definitely. I'm tired. I'm dead here.
Yeah.
Unfortunate game, but yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of like coaching points here.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of things, which is good. So that's always That's always a good sign. Obviously, I know this was jungle instead of AD, but
Yeah, it's fine.
still.
Definitely. We can do
Um,
another session.
yeah, we can do another one at some point. So yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, this was still a pretty good game. To be fair, I think
Yeah.
obviously getting used to this build more is gonna see a lot of success for you. Just because, like I said, bruiser items you can't really go them as much anymore without getting
All right. All
very
right.
heavily punished. And also, again, like I prefer this build for a long time. To be honest, I think Eclipse is such a strong item, and Yumu's first gives you so much pressure on the map, especially with tier two boots being so cheap on Lucidity. So you
I
just end up.
mean, maybe Black Cleaver as an additional option for
Yeah,
like the.
maybe like if say for example you don't need the slow from Cyrilda's, and maybe
I
let me.
think I had a game like that. Um, 1 second.
Or maybe if they're like very mobile.
Very mobile.
Yeah, because Black Cleaver gives you a lot of movement speed.
Oh yeah, I had this game. There was Cho'Gath and Urgot mid,
Okay.
and I built complete full pen with like Eclipse, Cyrilda's, Black Cleaver into the stance.
Yeah,
It
I
worked
mean
out pretty
that's
great
okay
because they
because
were like
the
super tanky.
yeah, and the thing is 30% because the ammo reduction is a percentage.
Yeah.
It applies first, so it's always a percentage and then the flat amount.
Oh, all
So
right.
it applies first, so then it means that your pen actually does more. This is why Cyrilda's is also really good because it's also percentage. So yeah, your
Oh,
penetration actually
that's
does more.
I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So it's really really good.
So
Uh,
against tanky champions, the percentage, then the it just reduces it further.
yeah, so it reduces the percentage by whatever percent. So like obviously Cyrilda's 30%,
If it
Black
would
Cleaver
have
30%.
been like second and the flat pen would have come in first, it would have reduced less,
Less.
right?
Yeah. And this is the thing, getting as close to zero as possible is really important because the lower amounts of armor actually give more. So because it has diminishing returns, and the
Yeah.
lower amounts give more reduction from damage. So, like
Uh,
for example, like if we were to look at armor,
mhm.
the first like 25 armor that you get actually reduces the total damage by 20%. But then if you have 100 armor, that's not going to reduce it. Let me put a visual. So
Sure.
20 MR. Sorry, 20. Let's use 25. It's better. 25
I think
MR.
I can see your.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Wait, you can't?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Oh
It's
yeah.
fine.
Okay, so 25%, 25 MR. Sorry, is about 20% damage reduction from
Yeah.
either source if it's armor or MR. But 100 isn't gonna be 4 times that, right? Like it's not gonna be 80%. 100 actually only comes to 50%. So
All right.
for the extra 75 armor, you only get 30% additional damage reduction, which don't get me wrong is huge. But then if we have a look at 200, say we had 200 armor, that's only going to be 66.66%.
Yeah, so it falls off
Yeah, like
the
quite
more
heavily.
armor you get.
Now it is still somewhat effective because every 1 point of resistance gives you 1% effective HP. So
All
it's
right.
still something, but yeah, like if you can reduce them closer to the bottom, the lower amounts, you can basically do a lot more to them because they're closer to that zero resistances.
Yeah,
So yeah.
it's like true damage.
Yeah. I mean, if you could get them to zero, then it's true damage. Yeah, this is why on a lot of AP champions, you can't do it as much with AD champs because you get a lot more armor per level, and you have a lot more base armor, but you don't
Oh,
really have that much base MR. So, like for example, if you're playing an AP champion, most champs have around between 28 to 34 base MR.
yeah.
So you can get 34 magic pen like really really easily. Like you can get 28 magic pen off just boots and so boots give 18, and then you get 6 from Ludens, and that's already given you 24. And then you get 5 off each item. So, like your boots, Ludens, and say you get a Medjai's, that's another 5. So, with these 3 items, you get basically enough to do true damage to a large amount of champions in the game for a really low cost. So, that's kind of what
Um,
you do on AP champs. Like, you can't do it as much on AD champions, but it's still really effective.
yeah. Alright.
So, yeah. So, I think just focus on the things we covered. We'll leave it there.
I
Um,
also wanted to ask, you talked about Soraka at the beginning. When I'm like field support, I like praying her. Like, what
okay.
was the build you mentioned?
I will get the video now. 1 second. I'll end this VOD.